a speech, so okay. But who we are running against in Western St. Mary does not matter. Western St. Thomas, see? We tell you a long time in the talk. In Western St. Thomas does not matter. Tonight we can say to the career of James Robertson, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. And for us to do that and then bury him, comrades, it means you have to put in the work. Because you can't finish him if you don't put in the work. So, comrades, I want to ask you, how many of you listened to Comrade Julian Robinson, the party leader, in the budget speech last week? How many comrades? Okay. For those of you who didn't listen, it means you have to go find the YouTube, find the video, and listen. Because in those two speeches, you were armed with all the message you need to fight the labor rights. And you cannot say Jamaica free if you don't fight the labor rights. So, comrades, we need to listen and we need to get the messages out of those two speeches that you will be able to go to every single voter in Western St. Thomas to ensure the victory of Comrade Hubert Williams whenever the elections are called. Because behind it, you know, sometimes you hear it February, March, April, May, but comrade, it don't matter. Because you only have April, May, June, July, and August leave. So any one of the 5 months he wants to call it, that's up to him. We have to be ready for April, May, June, July, August, and if you want to go to 3 more days in September, you're free as well. But comrades, you be prepared to go any of those months that he's ready. And you go by being prepared. You have to complete the Pnp list and know who will vote for Pnp and who not going to vote for Pnp. And you have to make sure you have more Pnp than Labour Right. That's how you win. And once you identify them, comrades, you are going to give them the argument. Same argument that Julian gave in Parliament and the leader gave in Parliament. You will take those words out of their mouth and you are going to argue the same words. You are going to make the comrades understand that under the Jamaica Labour Party there is no future. You will not be able to buy the house even if you put up the mortgage amount to 9 million because you won't qualify people anyway. What comrade leader did was to plot away that you can now go and get a house by your own honesty and willingness to pay. Even if you don't have the money yet, if you are willing to pay, there is a path for you. So comrades, it's very important that you listen. Listen to our plans for education. Listen to our plans for small business. Listen to our plans for transport, taking children to school. Because comrades, you hear him saying we're set up school bus by September. And he not buy a bus yet. He not decide which route yet. He not decide when the bus will park at night time. Comrades, we cannot be fooled by JLP. They have been in office for 9 years. And they have done absolutely nothing. So comrades, my only thing tonight is to tell you, do your work, carry the message, and we will be able to say to Judge Robertson's career, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Yes, indeed. Campaign director, Comrade Colin Campbell is here. We here say, Comrade Hubert reach. This is the candidate reach and the next member of Parliament, Mr. Thomas, is here. So, while Comrade Hubert is making his way to the stage, Who me I go now? I'm going now to my good friend. When the music man ready? Where you ready? Oh, you make him weird.
We're going to sing this one for your people, people of the world. Sing, I'm so God bless my one person. Sing, praise it tonight.
Because anybody here question was, people are still open, let the people open. The next member of parliament. What has food on? Why anybody that you were tailor fashion designer that the man they deserve an extra bonus part that's but that's soon that's a victory soon. But progress, I'm moving right along. We don't want this to be the decision yet. Easington, we don't do any division. I say make welcome. None other than the son of the soil, your very own regional chairman, Comrade Mark to the music. Thank you very much. Comrades of Western St. Thomas. Let me hear you! There's no doubt. That the leader at the end of the album, that's spy. You can't come to fast food tomorrow. So watch now. It's when music comes, let's make it hear, you know. Hereby must feel the vibration. Comrades, let me hear you! Yeah, man. All protocols observed. You're going to say, really, I'm done with the thing said. By July the 30th, 31st, and 18th, you know where yourself. You're going to represent here, so. Comrades, I want to tell you something. As the regional chair, I have one responsibility. When I talk to the party leader, I have one responsibility. To deliver 7 constituencies in the winning column. When I talk to Comrade Woodbine and Western St. them say they ready. And when I talk to Central St. Mary, they're ready a long time. Southeast St. Mary with Comrade down, so they're ready a long time. And when I talk about East and West Portland, the two bands, them two look up, they don't know what that. But what I know, see the little gemstone. She's right here with us, Mama Shaw, Eastern St. Thomas. She will long time. But hold on now. All of those presentations were made, and tonight is a special night. There is a man in Western St. Thomas for 23 years who has done nothing. And comrades, listen to me carefully. There's no one can come in Western St. Thomas and represent us and worse than James Robertson. And me have something special against James Robertson. He must leave Western St. Thomas. And we, tonight, on this stage, I pledge, I will do anything to ensure that James Robertson leaves Western St. Thomas. This is the man who will deliver us from evil. Thine kingdom come, to God be the glory. St. Thomas West. past chairman and the former councillor, my good friend, come Edwin Marr, pick up myself again. The region, I make sure the victory is there. So, today I say I have 5 tablets to give it tonight. No, that convert, Hubert is here. And I'm going to make sure I give you the first tablet, and I'm joke business with the plan. So which question I'm going to ask now? Convert Hubert, you ready? So I'm going to give you one tablet first now. First question. And the first person with the right answer, make sure somebody will have a key to because we want to make sure the tablets are specially made for children. It don't matter. Alright, no wrong with that. No wrong with that, never pass the rule. The question. Silence to hear the question. Hold on there. Josh, I want to determine who first or second put their hand or run come or whatever. Alright, you come here, sir. The first question, question number 1. In what year did Comrade Hubert Williams become the mayor?
2011. 2011.
Josh, give me the person. What year did Hubert become mayor?
2011.
See a lady over here, sir.
Who remember when you ran?
What she said? See a lady here, Josh.
When you ran?
She first? Alright, was she right? What's your name? No, come up and tell us something properly. I'm going to take pictures, you understand it?
Yes, the colonel.
I'm not there, the judge. Talk to the man there.
He said, I don't like set up.
What's her name and which year she come from?
White Darcy.
Make sure you properly dress and
White
tie, yes.
Darcy, woman name.
Come here, tell me your name and where you come from.
What?
C4 division, what's your name?
Nicole Morrison.
Alright, come here there, please stand. Are you going to move now? So she's the person at the tablet. We have 4 more to give away tonight. First one. Big player woman and tonight. I have 4 more questions, so we're moving on. Go there now. Comments and move now to a lady who is a firebrand lady in this parish. A lady who is not afraid to mince her words. Recently, she was elected the councillor for the Morat division. But very, very soon, she will be the next member of parliament for St. Thomas Eastern.
Comrade Chairman of this evening's proceedings, comrades on the platform, I see here.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Comrade, next Minister of Finance, Julian J. Robert Robinson. Comrade, Philip and Paulwell, as St. Thomas man. Born.
St. Thomas, please play welcome Jamaica's next prime.
The fight of social, new time has come, new election, past rolling, good vibes and is always, yeah, check it, we're the way when the big ones do. Hey!
I'm on the green hands and
I'm rolling, yeah. I'm rolling, ready, ready, get ready, ready. Never ready, people never ready. We're ready, never ready. We're ready, never ready. We're ready, never ready. We're ready. Oh! Look at the people raising up. The boys are raising up. Get ready to go with rolling and with us and up full fast. But he's raising up. Get ready to raise what you will.
I saw the man named Scrappy turn up in central Manchester as the Jamaica Labour Party candidate. Now, comrades, you see what was going on? So guess what? The bogus ID them surface again. The bogus IDs surfaced in the Morant Bay by-elections. Comrades, it's a good thing we have some indoor agents. We have some indoor, outdoor runners who are warriors. They couldn't pass. We had a little difficulty in PD 98, Summit Road and Tom Lane. Yes, some of them passed through because we had a problem in that PD. But anyway, we went control that. Tonight is not about me. Tonight is about your candidate for Western St. Thomas. Comrade Ryan, have no fear. We know the ground. We know the gullies. We know the corners. We know everything, the crevices and the corners. And once you do your house to house, talk to your people. We have a number of comrades in Western St. Thomas not coming out to vote. You see, once you can control that, you don't have a problem. Talk to your people. Keep close to them. We have some good workers in Western St. Thomas. And I'm not going to call nobody name tonight. Because when you call them name, you give them too much props. So I will say, the little man that Fitz Jackson run away from Portmore. The boy I won like say, he never lose election yet. He lose a Portmore. So when he's a licking chest that I have a seat that I cannot lose. I want you to mash down that line. Each of you here tonight must take at least five persons to the polling station. Because tell them, you know, there are more PNP in this country. And I don't care who wants to say PNP go and let them control the country. Yes, this is PNP country. But you have some lazy PNP. And you have some bad mind PNP too. Go sit down at them yard. And from Tony Hilton days, then you get the zinc, then you get the board, then you get the cement. I want to not cut up. "24 years in the wilderness, comrades. It's too long. We're not tired of the separation. We're not tired of the problems. We're not tired of the violence. We're not tired of the bullying. Get your act together. Because I want, when I am walking up Duke Street, I have Western St. Thomas beside me to make our leader, Mark Jefferson Golden, the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Comrades, many difficulties in St. Thomas. At the St. Thomas Parish Council, we are being sabotaged in the worst way. From December, and I want you to listen, because when they went out saying, especially White House's division, boy, Ryan now go on with nothing because no money now spend. Yes, that's true, no money now spend. Because from December, we get a little tip for Christmas work. And comrades, I tell you the truth, if I was not sitting in that council, there's no way they could have told me that because I wouldn't believe them. But I am there now and I witness it. January we not get no money, February we not get no money, and now it's March. And Ryan raised hell the other day, and the mayor spent a little funding to open my drain mouth that he complained about. And a certain amount of funds was allocated from the mayor's fund dealing with that situation. It's not Ryan dealing with it, you know, it's under the mayor's purview. And I see a little dirty video going around, assassinating the character of the candidate for Western St. Thomas. Talking about how much money you get and thief the money and all of that. Comrades, when you see people resort to that situation, you know that it is desperation. So when you see the video, scroll past it. It is mischief. It is character assassination. And it is a shame and a disgrace. So the chairman just draw my coattail. I don't want to keep on too long. But comrades, I am calling upon you, our workers, our warriors, the indoor agents, the outdoor agents, the runners, and the cluster managers. Take charge. Take charge of your PD. So when the trumpet sound, and when such man call the election, all we can hear, Western St. Thomas is in the winning column of the People's National.
Comrades, one more time for Comrade Rosemary Shaw, the next member of Parliament and the councillor. So comrades, we have 5 tablets here. Comrade leader, we're giving away 5 tablets tonight, courtesy of our friends. So we're going to set that question now. Maria, I want to tell you, the next judge. First person that come up and show your hands, and the first person. Second question, very easy, right? Get harder as you go along. How old is the People's National Party? How old is the People's National Party? Come on, who was the first? Who's the first person? Raise your hand. Quickly, come on, identify. The lady and the man, the white shirt man and 2 of them. Ask 2 of them. Huh? Huh? Yeah, check. All right, the man they have the question already. Come up, sir. The man they win it already. Get it right. We have 3 more. Don't worry yourself. Step up, sir. Step up to the comrade. Comrade George. EduTech, here Jamaica, and I want to invite the representative, Comrade George, to give the presentation to the young man who won it. We have 3 more tablets to give away tonight, so don't worry about it. George is representing EduTech Jamaica Limited, and he will present. Where your name, sir? Which area?
Randomly Division, Basildon there.
Go again? Oh, how old is the PMP? Give the answer, sir. Give the answer.
78.
What is it? Imran? Repeat again. Who's the first person? All right, you in the red shirt. What you say?
1930, you have to know.
She right, Paula? All right, come. A long time you down there now. You know, some good thing Paula stuff, you make sure you get it. Hold on. We have a discrepancy. It is 86 we are. September this year we're going to be 87. So where Hubert and Comrade leader, oh, we are going to work it out. Come on, give her, we'll give her. All right, we'll give her same way. Come, Comrade. You're too miserable, you know. What's your name?
Over to the world.
Hand over the tablet to her. Take the picture, quickly. 5 tablets we're giving away to the constituency here tonight, and we have 3 more. So we're moving right along, and we're giving away the tablets, so it is none other time than the connection boss, the technology man. Please to make welcome, Comrade Philip Paulwell.
Comrade Chairman, I greet you. I greet our party leader. Welcome to St. Thomas again, party leader. Julian, and of course, the next member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, Comrade Ryan, and the next member of Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas, Comrade Rose. Comrades all on the platform, comrades in the audience. Good evening, comrades. Good evening, comrades. This is my second night in a row that I'm here in the parish of St. Thomas. Last night we were way over in Barken Lodge, where Comrade Rose spent the entire day along with Fitz Jackson and Fenton Ferguson and myself. And we had a wonderful time. And we know that Eastern St. Thomas is safe. Tonight we're here to give similar support to our brother and friend, Comrade Hubert Williams. And party leader, there are some people in the West who are boasting about the performance that is expected of the West. And I was there recently and I was impressed. But the comrades in the East say that the next victory of the People's National Party will start in the East right here in St. Thomas. Not true, comrades? Not true, comrades? Happy birthday to Comrade Rose Shaw. By the way, I want to pick up my driver. It's his birthday today, Nigel. And instead of being at home with his wife, him come with his boss. Pick up yourself, Nigel. Comrades, I was in Parliament. I have to sit through everybody. But I know who came away in this budget debate as a winner. In fact, we placed #1 with the party leader. Big up the party leader for his performance in Parliament. And Julian came in a close second. And comrades, one of the big issues that we dealt with was the problem of cost of living. The fact that many of you, despite this notion about prosperity, you are far worse off today than you were when we came out of power in 2016. And one of the reasons for that is energy, the high cost of electricity. And I'm so happy that our party leader, Julian, set out what the next PNP administration is going to do. We have done it before, and we'll do it again. When we left office in 2016, the price of electricity was between 23 and 26 US cents per kilowatt hour. Today, under the JP government, the price of electricity has gone up to over 40 US cents per kilowatt hour. And they're talking about prosperity. People are suffering. Businesses are suffering. The reason why the economy isn't growing is because also the price of electricity. Because the higher the price of electricity, the more expensive the goods that you buy, the services that you get will be and have been. And we have set out, very simple, in clear terms, what we are going to do. The first thing is that whenever you pay your electricity bill, almost 20% of it is not because of you use it, but because other people use it Many of them can't afford to pay for it, and that cost is passed on to you. We have a solution because we believe that electricity in this day and age is a right. There's no way a picnic can go to school and do well if he doesn't have electricity to do his homework and other things when he gets home. And we're going to therefore, in those communities where people cannot afford electricity, we are going to use a fuel source that God has given us. Our government brought in to not only Jamaica but the Caribbean, we brought in the use of wind energy, we brought in the use of solar energy, we use hydropower. We are going to focus on the sun because thank God the technology has improved over time so that solar is now going to be able to provide electricity in our poor communities. And we're going to be using another technology with that, batteries. Because the problem with renewables before now was that after the sun go down or when the wind stop blow, you don't have the electricity. But with the improvement in the technology of storage, of battery, you can now use the sun to provide electricity almost 24 hours in the day. We are turning our policy power to the people. We are going to make sure that you have the power now. So apart from what we're going to be doing in those inner city communities, we are going to empower you to generate your own electricity. I love when I go around the place and I see these roofs. Nothing on the roofs. We want to put solar panels on the roof. We want to enable you to generate your own electricity. And then we want to make sure that when you have enough, you can sell electricity back to the grid. So instead of JPS go charging you, you can charge JPS for the energy that you supply. That's what we mean by power to the people. Say it for me. Power to the people. Comrades, when Sister P was Prime Minister, I spent her reminding us last night, she had wanted after the election in 2016 to make St. Thomas the first parish with 100% electrification under our rural electrification project. And we have created an agency to deliver that. And under this government, that agency has stopped. We are going to restore rural electrification. We are going to make sure that we are able to, in every nook and cranny of Jamaica, provide electricity for our people. Electricity is a right and not a privilege. So comrades, as we look forward to a new PNP administration with a Prime Minister in Mark Jefferson Golden, we are looking forward to greater progress. We are looking forward to greater growth in our economy. We are looking forward to giving you, in terms of energy, the power that you deserve. Comrades, good to be here. I am enjoying the feel in St. Thomas, and we are looking forward to that day when it will be Western St. Thomas, when it will be Eastern St. Thomas, and when the People's National Party will be returned to power again. One love, one heart.
You heard it from the connection boss, Comrade Philip Paulin, and I asked him not to move. Quiz time again. Who's ready for the next quiz? Who's ready for the next quiz? So it's a simple question. I want to help me. Come to George, come on, man, step on the man. Also, again, I want to big up Edutech A Jamaica for giving away the 5 tablets here tonight. And it's fitting that the connection boss, the man that made telephone and all of these tablets is in Jamaica. And I'm asking him to make the next presentation. Easy question. Who was the first president of the People's National Party? That man here. Come, George, identify the winner and bring it up. That lady there, bring her up, bring her up. Run, come to the stage, run, come to the stage. We asked the question first president of the People's National Party, and it is, who is that? Comrade Norman Washington Manley. So we say congratulations, national hero and the first president of the People's National Party. Your name, which area? Name and area.
The name of your really? Marisha Prendergast.
Comrade Kimberly, when I hear Comrade that. Thank you. Comrades, we're moving right along. From the connection boss, one more to comrades with clean hands and a humble servant of the people. Last week he made his presentation masterful. None other than Comrade Julian Robinson, the spokesman on finance.
My father Banya, my father Banya, my grandmother Banya, my grandmother Banya, I Banya.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Mario Mitchell, our party leader and next Prime Minister, Comrade Mark Jefferson Golden, Comrade Philip Powell, next Minister of Energy, the two members of Parliament to be from St. Thomas, Willie in the West and Rose in the East, the Comrade Councillors, the caretakers, the workers, the warriors of Western St. Thomas, the word is love. Comrade Mario, I have a question for the comrades, and whoever get the answer will get a tablet. So I want the first person who I'm going to test you, because I want to see if you listen to what me said and what the comrade leader said. Who can tell me the 5 E's? The 5 E's of growing the economy. Me talk about it, comrade leader talk about it. May I give you one? Comrade Philip talk about energy already. So that's a 1. All right, hold on. When we're done talk, we're going to do the test again. Comrades, before I go into that, all of us here have a mission and a responsibility. To get Comrade Willie elected as your member of Parliament, we have to ensure that we do the enumeration. The next list which comes out on May 31st, who can tell me the cutoff date? March 31st. So we have tomorrow Monday. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the office opening on Saturday. And then you have the following Monday. So we basically have 7 days to add people to the next voters list. So when you leave here, I want you to go home. And I want you to ask, no, do it now. Is everybody in your house who is PNP enumerated? Is everybody in your lane or your community who is PNP enumerated? Is everybody in your workplace that you know who is PNP enumerated? If you can't answer that, you have 7 days to get them on the voters list. Because that's how you win. You can only win if you have more PNP on the list than laborers. And then we organize ourselves to bring out the votes. So we have 7 days to do the enumeration. I want to share a little bit about what I spoke about and what the leader spoke about last week. Comrade Philip spoke about energy. The next E is education. We committed to reforming education, putting investment in basic and primary school education so that your children can leave primary school literate, numerate, and can do maths. We committed to easing the burden that you face sending your children to school. So we committed that every child who is in need will get 1 hot meal a day. We committed to dealing with the transport crisis that many parents face, particularly in rural Jamaica. So our party leader has a program that he'll give you a voucher so that you can send your child to school and it will ease the burden. But we're going further. If you got a tertiary education and you have to take out a student loan, we're going to extend the moratorium by 6 months so you get a little more time to pay off the loan because you might not get the job you need. And we're going to go further. We're going to link your repayment to your income, the amount of money you're making. So if you can only pay $20,000 a month, even though the loan said 30, we'll allow you to go in and renegotiate that, and you won't be classified as delinquent. We're doing that so that we can ensure every Jamaican child gets a proper education. Because education is the only legitimate way out of poverty for the majority of the Jamaican people. So that's the second E. The third E is efficiency. We're going to make government work better. Government can't spend the money in its capital budget because there's too much bureaucracy or procurement processes are antiquated. We spend too much time assessing projects and we can't push them through. Our leader going to spearhead that himself so that we can make government more efficient. We're putting in plans for small, medium-sized enterprises. We're going to waive corporate income tax for the first 3 years so that they can go out there and build them business and don't have to worry about paying income tax. We're going to reshape how DBJ operates so you don't have to put money up front when you want to borrow money. Because if you did have the money up front, you wouldn't need a loan. So we're going to make government work better, more efficiently, and more effective for you. That's the third E. The fourth E is what we call the emerging economies, or cultural and creative industries, or singers, or dancers, or athletes, all those persons who have made Jamaica proud, made Jamaica punch way above its weight. We're going to set up a fund, $1 billion, so we can support whether you're a painter, potter, an artist, a singer. We will provide you with the support so you can build your business and make it grow. And then the fifth E is ethics. We can run a country where from the top, man a chop, man a scam, it can't run so. We need ethical leadership. You need a leader with clean hands and a pure heart, and you have that in Comrade Mark Golden. And ethics will become not just what we talk, but part and parcel of how Comrade Golden leads and how all of us will lead. And he is going to reintroduce a program where values and attitudes are at the heart and soul of everything we're doing. So those are the 5 E's, comrades. More want to remember it. So when you go out there and canvass, you have an argument for give the people them. PNP have plans, we have ideas of how we're going to make Jamaica a better place, not just for some people, but for every single Jamaican. So you have a task to go out there. Do the organizational work. Make sure you finish your canvas. Make sure you have your PNP list. Make sure you do your enumeration in this constituency, in East St. Thomas, in every single constituency. So whenever the man call the election, we know who will be leading this country. Comrade Mark Jefferson Golden will be the Prime Minister. I will be walking up Duke Street. Rose will be beside me. Philip will be beside me. Willie will be beside me as we lead Jamaica forward, upwards and onwards. One love, comrade.
Love, respect. Finance spokesman, Comrade Julian Robinson. Comrades at St. Thomas Western and not wasting any time. I want to pick up all of the hundreds and the thousands of comrades watching online. What I bring to you now, a son of the soil, the councillor for the White Horses Division, the next member of parliament for this noble constituency, a businessman, the biggest family man in the entire world. I say, mate, welcome. Oh, boy, what a fever pitch. Good church lady, could you please step up? Please to make welcome the comrade from the executive and the campaign team as she will welcome the candidate.
Comrades! PNP! Western St. Thomas PNP! Welcome! Comrade Chairman, Comrade Leader Mark Jefferson Goldie, Comrades Julian Robinson, Philip Paul Webb, Colin Campbell, my counselor, Mr. Hubert Ryan Williams, comrade councillors, comrade candidates, distinguished members on the platform, comrade workers, comrade warriors, comrade stalwarts of the noble People's National Party. Good evening. I have a task this afternoon, this evening. The pleasure, the responsibility to introduce to you a vibrant, tenacious, accountable, dependable, altruistic candidate for Western St. Thomas who is declared to be the next member of parliament for Western St. Thomas after the next general election. It was truly a blessed day when he was born right here in this parish, in Princess Margaret Hospital. His formative education began at the White Horses Basic School, the White Horses Primary and the Yallis Primary School, and then he went to the Morants Bay High School. His education continued at Elim Agricultural School, the College of Agriculture, Science and Education in Portland, and he later obtained a bachelor's degree in finance from Nova Scotia University and also master's in business administration, as well as a master's supply chain management from ENEB European Business School in Barcelona. A bright boy we have, brilliant boy and a pian boy we have sent up. His passion for the path he has chosen in life started when he was a young boy, when he began selling bag juice. Before we sell bag juice, every now and then to make little extra money. And he sold bag juice at home to generate extra income for himself and his older brother. The experiences this gentleman has are no different from yours and mine. His formative years saw him going to the seaside with his grandmother, who was a fish vendor and a farmer. And he also reared goats. He attended church, a church boy too. He attended church regularly with his father, who was a pastor. His passion for politics began as a small boy. He was about 8 years old when his grandmother carried him down to the foot of the hill in Botany Bay to see the great Michael Manley. That time him come and he talked to the people. He hugged the little babies, as he always did, because he hugged me one time too. He fell in love with the People's National Party at that young age. He migrated to the United States, where he tried his hands at many things: construction, carpentry, and he also owned businesses in distribution. Our MP is not a fake man, big man. His distribution company evolved to serving as much as areas in Grenada, Dominican Republic, and St. Lucia. When he returned to Jamaica, he established an export business, which later grew into an agro-processing plant, where he currently employs more than 100 people in the parish. In 2012, he successfully contested and won the White Horses Division as councillor. And he has been an ardent and respected representative. As mayor, he brought real respect to the office of the mayor by cleaning up the township of Morants Bay, covering areas of the market, installing a town clock, and modernizing the Ronald Elder Park. And that is just to name a few. He is a deputy shadow spokesman on agriculture, a proven performer, a fearless man, a St. Thomas homeboy, a father, a lover of people, a real contributor to the development of St. Thomas, a champion for change, and an impartial man. Comrades, friends, voters of Western St. Thomas, please join me in welcoming the big man, Member of Parliament, the next Member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, Councillor Ryan Williams.
I want to sing this one for your people of the world. Sing, I'm not saying God bless no one person, Ryan. Let them know that. Sing.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never failing. All these days, He's been holding your hands from the moment when you wake up until you lay your head. Oh, Ryan will sing of the goodness of God.
Because you don't know the energy boss there, I know. And my thing can't get it, you know. So you know we have to put some energy in that thing. Booba. I'm going to start with you. Maria, big up yourself, man. Love how you cheer the program. All the programs right around the country. My party leader, remember me tell you, about 2 years ago, when I watch all them food poll, but don't tell us that you're the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, I'm not going to tell you something. Believe what I say, man. I saw it all go, man. You understand? So we don't know that. Comrade Powell, you don't know, say, I am the boss of the parish, parish manager. Never let you out. Remember your barn, So you don't know your place. Big up yourself. Comrade Julian. Why? When we sit down and watch your presentation, it really shows class. Trust me. I like a bull to run with some amateur. I say I deal with them. Big up yourself. Pnp, love that. And of course, the birthday girl. You don't know, I don't want to push you a lot down, Because you're locked down over east, I mean, I locked down over west, So don't know. Straight up Pnp to St. Thomas. Councillor Smith, me see you. You know the thing that normal, Comrade Campbell, love the support. Cheers, me see you. Bring up yourself. Rasta, Yellow Man, Comrade Kid, may I tell you, they give them a good run up in that Trinity Bell. You were coming from 500 down, and I only have few digits left with them. But you don't know, I'm not going to win it for you, man, so don't worry yourself about it. You don't know you're the general, no. Shake me on, man. Love see you on the stage. What an introduction, my comrade. I love it. Yeah, man. You really do justice to me. Because remember, I don't need nobody to tell me something great, They're like Mommy Ali, I know something great, So I love the job. Comrade Bedford. Daily man. I'm a 2 councillor candidate. Comrade Green, I love how you want long see vote. Comrade Reed, I love how you want Yanis. Winning we say. But before we start, to the people of the White Horses Division, I must say thanks to you, because it's because of you why I'm here tonight. White Horses Division recognize that they have a true champion and they have invest in a true champion, and because of that, Western St. Thomas will be a champion. But me have a team when me have to big up. Me can't come on the stage and I bring up Comrade Scott, because he's the hardest political worker I've ever knew. Big up yourself. Comrade Mushien, Comrade Morris, who no big up on yourself. Tonic, you know me all of you out, you know. Can't afford tonic, you know. We are the beside me, you know. Lion soldier. I really can't win anything without the team, you know. No, I tell you, the team is very important. So, comrades, Western St. Thomas, comrades, thank you for accepting me. Because when Wally Panny my call, all of them say, you know this, when we say, a Ryan we want, big up on yourself. Well, on, man. Camera lady, I tell me something I see yourself. Well, watch it. When Michael Jackson work, you know, camera off work with him, you know. So please work the camera with me. You know what I'm saying? Listen now. We're going to start anyway. It is so sad that when I decide to run for member of parliament for Western St. Thomas, I mean, I said this first, you know, come on, get this out of the way. The question, we never worry about citizenship, man. We love Jamaica too much. So that wasn't done. But this was it now. Listen to this now. When we decide to run, the biggest question is not about if me could have been James, you know. Was about if me not afraid James kill me. No, that's the type of member of parliament we have, you know. But let me tell you something. What do you think is political character or not? Sister PT for one thing. Indeed we say, we're not prepared than no boy, no girl, no way.
Them feel less, but I'm not crying. 10 years ready, but I'm not dying. Take what's rightfully mine. Take what's rightfully mine. That's at the side. If you don't know me, you for Huku. And if you say, you got your Huku. Someone academy, we like to shoot too. One bullet, I say, I let me to make you cuckoo.
So, we will never be afraid of no one. It is so sad that today we have put up a flag there. And the MP think it's so good or whatever to come and send out his councillors to put out their green flag as well. But let me tell you something. We're not going to fight them when we're there now. Because you know what? When in the uptown, we're there at St. Thomas. We can't kill people at St. Thomas. Because we're brother, we're uncle, we're mother, we're father, we're classmate, we're neighbor. Let me tell you something. Everybody at St. Thomas, I'm a family. I'm here to big up all of my family. And all who know need to respect family.
Cold blood in them.
So what me I say? So when you see me put on a flyer, and when you hear me say, I will deliver St. Thomas from evil. You know the evil what me attack. All of we know it. Who come from town, maybe don't know about it. We know the culture that exists here. We know say, from this MP come here, no industry, no sector has improved. None of them get bigger. The only sector will get bigger since this LP day are. And it's been around room them. So let me tell you something. Because tonight I want to lay out a plan out. May about 25 minutes to lay out a plan out. But sometimes you have to talk to your people and make them understand why in your belly button. Make them understand that you choose freedom over fear. And no guy, no boy can't make you afraid of them. But let me ask a question. Well, man. When you see love tie on me here, love tie on my head, and I want to see a fashion statement. But let me tell you something. Me a one politician where always boast and brag about my revivalism. I'm not afraid to talk about it. Anyone who wants to go. So let me tell you something. I am fearless because David said, when I'm in fear, I trust God. So I will never be afraid.
After all, now the rest of we ain't gonna call.
So my comrades, let me say something here. We must rebuild St. Thomas. We must rebuild Western St. Thomas. And there's a way to do it. Because the present situation can't continue. We cannot limit our vision based on our present situation. So let me say something to you now. When I become member of parliament, what our local economy going to look like? First thing we're going to start off with is to ensure that our people have running water, potable water. And let me say this. St. Thomas sits on the biggest body of fresh water in Jamaica. But 80% of St. Thomas don't have consistent water in their pipeline. If Damien was here, he will ask, what can go so? No. Me understand why, you know. Because fool will be thirsty in the presence of water. Let me tell you something. Look on a community like Danvers Pen. I like to use examples, you know. Danvers Pen have 3 rivers around in a Danvers Pen. And the same time the people have no water in their pipe. What can go so? So let me tell you something. When me turn member of parliament, you know, anybody bold enough to left them pipe hand and go ahead, you know, when you come back, the whole flood out. Because remember, I am the performance boss. I know how to get things done. And I will solve the water problem here in Western St. Thomas once and for all.
Come as a special dedication to one farmer, whether you live a sentence or in a Nova. Cause this is Mr. Captain Beer from Brighter. The style when you go get them a go run Jamaica. And in a land and a respect in America. And in a Canada.
next big thing for us is agriculture and agriculture processing, or they call it agro-processing. And that's my baby. Let me tell you something. How are we going to fix agriculture in this parish called St. Thomas? The first thing we have to do is look to the hills. Those coffee farmers who's getting only $10,000 a bag for coffee, and I need this wicked Jamaica Labour Party government, and they have a lazy MP who's not saying nothing about it. We're going to fix that. When Pnp leave office in 2016, coffee price was ranging between 14,000 and 16,000. Well, let's adjust that now for inflation, based on inflation. It will be about 22,000. Underneath my watch, no coffee farmer will receive less than $22,000 a bag for coffee. No. When we fix the coffee situation up in a Cedar Valley, you know, and Cedar Valley start to go, you know, they will come down to the flat, down in the Yellowstone Landwood belt, up in the Maran plain, and we're going to fix the onion business. Because let me tell you something, St. Thomas is a natural habitat for onions. But you know the biggest enemy for onions? The biggest enemy is our member of parliament. Out of the 8 companies that import onion, the most onion in Jamaica, 5 of those entities belong to the member of parliament. If you do not believe me and you want to carry that quote, tell him to sue me. So when we hear Dayton, I tell about the politician and we are get the permit for bringing the agriculture produce. Him a one of them. I'm going to call him out tonight. Well on. I'm going to show you how wicked. When he get the permit them, he see about the permit them. Sometimes he have 4 or 5 permits. Can member say no. Me go to all of the agriculture school in the land, you know. So my friend them are working. Because if you work in agriculture, you must know either healing, agriculture, or not culture. The whole of them are my friend. Listen now. Him see about the whole of the permit them. That's when the local honey come in. He bring him out 4 containers one time. There's a law in economics that we call both supply and demand. We're not going to go into the classroom tonight. But if you flood the market and create a glut, price is going to go down. And that's exactly what he do. Why he do it? Because he have the largest cold storage facility in Jamaica, prestige storage. So when he bring in all the honey and the price goes down, farmers can't sell the honey. There is a crisis in the parish. He send no trucks. He not coming up. I'm behind the scene. He send no trucks and buy the people them onion for $40 a pound. He take them back to his storage facility. He store them. 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, he let them out on the market. The onion they start sell for $300 a pound. Wicked boy. A real vulture capitalist. So the situation what we have, the same man where the people them vote for to represent them, and the same man and stab them in them back. He commit treason. The people of St. Thomas need to deport him and send him out of the parish.
Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip we wings, so we can't fly out.
But when my day I had nothing nice like Jamaica, was friend fruit and banana. I let it tree with a glass of lemonade. Jumping on the river when me ready for bed. No boy can't buy me out. Me no foreign minded, no we come here to Jamaica. Jamaica love, you wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna feel Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica, Jamaica love. You wanna I think you're gonna find a guy there. But let me tell you something. Wanna know, say, I am a farmer of onions. So I will not be one when I try to mash up the man. And let me tell you something about the man. Oh, the man wicked. I'll leave you right there. Go and tell you something wicked. When me see the other day, the man come with the Minister of Agriculture. And him so sympathizing with the farmers. I draw up on you. Let me tell you something about the man. The man is a man. An example of the man is a man who catch somebody's house on fire, run away, then come back, control water upon the house. Let me tell you something. This man don't love St. Thomas. This man have nothing in St. Thomas. As I said before, not even a side chick. This man don't have any party. But I'm in charge of the young people, so I can't disappoint them. Now I ain't sure them happy. I look for my crowd here. I say, come on, Mama Gloria, big up yourself. Yeah, man. But in the next Pnp administration, we're going to secure the funding to help farmers with the inputs. And I ask them how we are going to do it. We are going to take 1% of the importation tax per year. That will add up to about $2.5 billion. And that $2.5 billion, it never go in. None of them bank account there. None of the 20 bank accounts. They're going to go straight to the farmers of Jamaica. And let me tell you something. If you give my St. Thomas farmers the inputs up in Cedar Valley so they can plant new coffee plant, they can prune them, they can fertilize them, they can spray them, come down to the onion farmers, give them the input, the seed, help them to weed it, help them to fertilize it. We will see our farmers making money brick by brick by brick.
Fire pin. The family song, y'all get wiring. Can't see me outside, then wiring.
So when it comes to agriculture, the new local economy is going to provide about 60% of the jobs here in Western St. Thomas. And that 60% of the job will be equivalent to about 50% of our local GDP. Big up America. You get me? And let me tell you something. There's some critics out there that say every economy who use agriculture as a base, the people get poorer. No. Australia have done it. Israel have done it. Brazil have done it. Canada have done it. Several countries have done it. But let me tell you something. The only type of farming will make people poor, a master style of farming. We will have plots an average of about 5 acres. 5 acres, that means 20% of the farmers will be business people. Come on, let me tell you something about agriculture, man. I'm going to send this to the agriculture minister. He might be the minister, but when it comes to agriculture, I am the farmer. And the next thing, remember saying, we know about agro processing. So all of them fruits there, we are wasting at the parish. Under my watch, no more of that now go on. Gotta remember, you know, I mean people know so they can't make money off of Guinea. I mean people put a room for their house out of Guinea. Hold on, before we touch the sorry. I'm going to start the Cassava Association here in Eastern St. Thomas. It was just 2 weeks ago, they gave me a nice plot as their biggest buyer of cassava, both locally and internationally. I remember we had a ordinary boy. So, what I've done in this parish, anybody can look for my trader, my truck man, and understand that I have a record of performance. So we will get agriculture right in this parish. The next thing is mining. St. Thomas might have the most sand in this parish, the most aggregate. Whether a mile, whether sand and gravel, we have it. But the other thing, it's not been done in an efficient way, neither environmentally friendly. We're going to fix that. The way they're doing mining in Jamaica is very primitive.
Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, Jelly Bars. Drop up the brain and start me more. You keep my life going.
Time I have respect time. Well, on man, all the PNP running up. I ain't anything the boss saying now. The boss saying love the thing. Some people go on to the thing, Mr. Chairman. So in time the party leader talk, you know. I don't say set already, you know. Thank you, party leader. Hurry up in about 10 minutes. Big up parties, we say. So, we're going to fix the mining situation. We're going to partner with international companies. And that partnership can't go on by them, you know. Just pay foreigners, you know. We said partnership. So it have to be more one. A local person have to be at the head. Because, truth to be told, a lot of the miners don't have the money to get the modern equipment. The modern technology. So we have to do some partnership and sort out that. But, time ago, I mean, I'm talking about something close to me heart. It's a round robin party leader. It runs St. Thomas, both east and west. And the cartel, man. And let me tell you something. Everywhere you go, round robin doesn't turn off. It's St. Pinnegard School. I saw the mother they save to St. Pinnegard University. When people have a wedding, I saw they save their money. If they want to put down a room, I saw they save their money. So how we stop round robin? It's a part of the culture. We just need to regulate it properly and make the people make their money. Under my watch, I will be the voice of the people who want to keep them party, want to keep their round robin.
Tell them conquer on the party and I side big jam. You won't care. want to party. Live the life.
And we are sports sponsor. So we have to cut a road. When we look in Western St. Thomas, not even 1 minute stadium is not here. Let me tell you, people vote for me. And we will have a mini stadium out of Field. We will have a mini stadium up here. People, I will get the job done. I'm going to say something. Landwood people, I love you. And this launch is hosted by the Landwood division. So we have to give them a special big up. But in closing, I just want to say, too much things are going on. We're going to hear the voice of our member of parliament. Like example, Transport Authority just come in our parish. Seize the car there. Carry our Kingston. Hold on, the record with car there. Pump fast Kingston. So warm to St. Thomas. Nothing but people of St. Thomas. Let me tell you something. It's about time for the people and get real representation. Look on the road, what we're supposed to get. Instead of we get a highway, we get a patch way. Because everywhere you go on the road, it does patch.
Easy, come on, this is the life. You never used to say no money come on here. When so, everyone I eat a brand. What are you money living like that?
So, as the time see that the real big man can talk, I just want to tell my comrades that I love you all. That you have selected a man who is fearless, a man that was ordained to lead this constituency. Hold on. And one thing we want to remember, in this race that is coming up between myself and the present member of parliament, there's only one undefeated champion, and that's me, because he was beaten in Portmore. And voila, want to listen to him. Come here, tell me, see. You can bank on this, put 100 grand on this. My purpose in life is to write off the political career of James Robertson. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Look say your bread is fine. One back a chanting. Firm and planted. Blessing us for life.
God is the greatest.
Why?
Lord.
I tell you, I was enjoying that presentation. Firebrand, spirited. One more time for your next member of parliament, Comrade Hubert Williams. I remember, you know, this is a man that never talk with no written speech, and a man that is talking with passion and purpose and from his heart. I said, big up my friend. But, you know, if you sit down, you know, because we're giving away the final 2 tablets before the current leader speaks. And we have 2 final questions. Come here, Mr. George. I want to pick up the friends at EduTech 8. When you're ready for the final 2 questions, for the final 2 tablets, one of the first question, and the tablets will be given by Comrade Hubert, and the final one by the current leader. How long have Councillor Hubert Williams been councillor? The lady at the first hand up. At 13 years still, but come, you're right. Come around. The final question. Come on, leader, join me as you will present that final tablet. I want to pick up EduTech 8 again. They're giving away 5 tablets today. This is the first time across the island. And we're moving. I want to thank them for that. The final question. Yes. Come here, my friend, and tell me your name and where you're from.
Latoya Bailey, Butter the Beer, my councillor this, my member of parliament this.
Some respect, thank you. Final question. You ready? You ready? Final question on the presentation by the current leader. Big up again EduTech Aid and all the team that helped us with the tablets. What year did Mark Jefferson Golding become the president of the People's National Party? What year? What year did current leader become the leader of the party? Not you. Disqualified. Come, George, identify somebody. See some people by yourself. No? What year did Mark Jefferson Golding judge? Look at people all over and see a lady over there. Look around, look around.
2020.
What year did Mark Jefferson Golding become president of the People's National Party?
2020.
Current leader said a white shirt lady didn't get it now. The current leader hears somebody and he finds out the person, so I will invite that person to come. Yes, she shouted out and the current leader here. What year?
Which one?
What's your name? Which era?
2020.
What name I hear?
Shanice. Friendship man.
All right, current leader, please present to her.
Well, today is a big day. Give thanks to
So we thank EduTech Jamaica for providing the 5 tablets in Western St. Thomas. And I bring to you none other than the President of the People's National Party, Mr. Clean Hands, Jamaica's next Prime Minister, St. Thomas Western. Make welcome, Comrade Jefferson Golding.
AKA Marty G. Yeah, the number right. Nothing Marty G, I know you are champion. Everybody here on the right hand. Pull up the feet. Hey, Marty G, we don't know what's in on. See them all right, pop up that skin. Who was in that? Cut out the 2 big. Yeah, and I'm not them shot. Oh, Marty G, we don't know what's in on.
Please, selector. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Mario Mitchell, all of the comrades on the platform. We have been introduced many times. No respect to each and every one. Special shout out, of course, to Comrade Sister Rose Marie Shaw, candidate for Eastern St. Thomas, and the candidate and next member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, Comrade Hubert Ryan Williams. I mean, I'll call him Hubert, you know, because everybody knows when them look on the ballot and them say Hubert, and that man we attack. That man we attack. May I tell you now, people, you've heard from a member of Parliament. He's a man of courage. He's a man of intelligence. He's a man with plans for Western St. Thomas. He has the skill set from his educational background, from his political experience as a councillor, to deliver real solutions for the people of St. Thomas. He wants to use agriculture as an economic vehicle to help the farmers, whether it be the coffee farmers up on the hills, or the onion farmers on the plains, whether it be the issue of water, whether it be the issue of the price of the crops, whether it be the issue of the permits that certain people bring in competing crops to undermine the economics for our farmers in St. Thomas, and they end up suffering because other men who have the permits through Fenn & Company bring in the goods and the market collapse, and then you hear what the man say, what happened next? He wants to make sure that the entertainment sector, which is so vital to St. Thomas, the round robin, the fish fry, even the setup them, can run the right way. And the next People's National Party government is identifying the creative and the cultural industries as a vehicle for growth in this country. And it starts with the grassroots entertainment sector, of which he spoke. Right now we have a system where some little arbitrary thing can play, and people can find that them party get locked down and they don't have no justice in it. And the system for getting the permits is not transparent. And so it's a system of abuse. We want to change that as the next People's National Party government. We want to make sure everybody knows where they stand and how they can get their permit. And it's accessible and it's fair and just in how it's delivered. Because the economy of the people of St. Thomas, it will benefit tremendously from being able to enjoy that sector growing and flourishing the way it should. In our budget presentation last week, we presented a series of proposals as to how we want to take Jamaica forward. It must be grounded in ethics. That means righteousness in how we deal with each other, inspired by God. Too much corruption in the country. And you in Western St. Thomas know a lot about that because you have been experiencing under the regime in which you have been held. Comrades and friends, it's time to get rid of those things from our politics in the country. It's time to ensure that the people can have trust and confidence in the leadership of the country. That the resources of the people entrusted to the elected officials are used for the benefit of the people and the people only, and not for friend and company. So ethics is a critical part of the next PNP government. And we're going to work with the churches and we're going to work with civil society to roll out a values and attitudes program, not directed by us as the politicians, but by the wise heads who everybody knows don't really partial when it comes to politics and they're just thinking about the people of Jamaica and they consider this as a progressive movement to a better place in terms of values and attitudes in the country. Comrades, the housing situation in Jamaica is in a very bad place. Affordable housing is not accessible to the people. There have been a construction boom, but the houses that have been built are houses way out of reach of the ordinary Jamaicans, civil servants, public servants, and ordinary Jamaicans. We are going to change that. We are going to repurpose the National Housing Trust, bring it back to the vision of Michael Joshua Manley, who founded it in the 1970s, to be an agency to empower people to own their homes. We are going to recapitalize the National Housing Trust with public lands that are available and allow those to be developed as affordable housing. And we will make sure the price is affordable to the people because we won't charge the people for the land value in the house. That will give them a better deal. So when they buy a house, they immediately have equity in the house because the land portion of the price, they never have to pay for that. We have a system in place, or in mind to put in place in the housing trust for public sector workers. We're going to give them back the interest rate reduction that this government took from them. For the lowest band of borrowers who earn less than $30,000 or less a month, we're going to take out the insurance costs out of their monthly payment because insurance has been going up and making it more and more difficult for them to manage. We are going to take that off of them and remove that burden. We're going to take $1 billion of the resources of the National Housing Trust and make it available as a deposit fund to help first-time buyers up to 35 years old who have been contributing for 2 years to the trust to get a $500,000 grant towards a deposit so they can pay down on a house. Because we know that that is a big hurdle to home ownership in the country. We have the rent-to-own plan. If you're a person who is employed in the informal economy, you have a little business, you're hustling, and you don't have a pay slip, and you can't go into the HT and establish your monthly income in a documented way. We will say, all right, you want this house that we have in our portfolio for sale. You can go in there and rent it for a period of time. And once you establish that you can make the monthly payments, which are the same as the mortgage payments, we will flip it and make sure that you can borrow that mortgage and buy that house. We want to empower people who are not presently able to access mortgages. And for those who are not earning enough to save for a deposit, and they don't fall within the 35 or under bracket, but they will want them house, we will allow them to go into the house as a tenant, and then a portion of their rent will go towards the deposit fund. And once the deposit fund reaches the necessary amount, it will pay down their deposit, they can draw down the mortgage and buy the house and become an owner of their own house. That is the kind of planning we have for the people of Jamaica. So comrades, When it comes to labor relations, this contract work device that is out there in the economy, sometimes it is being used in an abusive way to keep people on recurring short-term contracts, and they can't get any benefits under the employment law. They can't get holiday pay when they get tech leave. They don't have several of the benefits that proper employees under the law of the land are supposed to have. We are going to bring legislation to end that and ensure that all workers who are really employees of the country, whatever the contractual device that the employer may use, must be treated as an employer and have the full rights that we have struggled for over the centuries to make sure that every Jamaican worker should have. So the next PNP government is it's going to be a government of liberation for the people. It's going to be a government of empowerment for the people. It is going to be a government of upliftment for the people. Julian spoke about our education policy and our training policy because we want to have our people as productive as possible so we can attract the investment with the better high-tech, better paid jobs. Because right now, although unemployment is low, hunger is all over the land. 55% of Jamaicans are suffering from moderate or severe food insecurity. That means they're not getting the right diet. That's why we have so much pressure and sugar and so much stroke in Jamaica. People not eating the right food because they can't afford it. So we need a total revolution in how we deal with all of these things and put Jamaica on the right path forward. We are the ones who brought the solutions that have enabled the public debt in this country to come from the high level it once was, where the country was on the edge of financial collapse, down now to where it is today, where the public debt is no longer such a frightening thing, because we know for man